So this video is going to be our review,
opinions,
our experiences with Airbnb in Japan.
On our first trip, we stayed in hotels.
We stayed in hotels because it was the only thing we really knew. We didn't know there were any alternatives, and they were about $80 to $100 per night.
Even more. On
some like 120.
Yeah.
But basically, what you got for that price was a
tiny restroom.
Tiny room in general. So you walk in, there's a restroom one side or the other.
And you go forward a little bit.
And there's going to be the bed and a small desk, and that's basically it. And just enough room for you to squeeze in between those.
I remember on our first one, it was like we didn't even know where to put our luggage.
Yeah, we had to just find a place where we could kind of push it into a corner and leave it there and just pull it out when we needed stuff.
Yeah.
But really, for us, that was okay.
Because we would be out all day and come back late at night and then we just go to sleep.
Yeah, all we needed was for it to be centrally located and a place we could sleep. But
this time around, we were staying longer, so we wanted to be more budget friendly.
And so we're looking at our other options, and we found out about Airbnb. We'd never heard of it before. We didn't know what it was, and so we look it up, we sign up, and
we're like, yeah, this is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, they were like $30. Some did go up to 100 or more, but for us,
we stayed in like 60.
Yeah, we stayed in the
range?
60 to 80 range. It wasn't so bad. And for that price, we were getting
a whole apartment.
Yeah, a whole apartment, the same areas as the hotels, and for much cheaper.
Much cheaper, yeah.
And so that's all we were really looking for. So going into the first one, we didn't know really what else to expect. But
we got off the train.
Yeah, as soon as we got off the train, we
we're
knew
in this super nice little neighborhood.
It had a convenience store right away. We're walking down, and there's
a bunch of little shops and alleys.
Little alleys. Even a little temple we would walk through every day to get back.
To it. We were next to a high school, so it was really nice when we'd be walking with them as they were walking to school.
And it was only a 20-minute walk from Fushimi Inari.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
we were kind of like in the mountains-ish.
Yeah, it was a nice area. That area alone was worth the money. But we walk into the actual apartment, and you get in, and what you get is kind of the same thing. You walk in, and there's a restroom to the side. You go in a bit further, and then actually...
it's nicer because the restroom is actually separated. Yeah. So you have like the toilet room.
And the shower room's on the other side. But then there's a closed door, and you open it.
And it's actual bedroom.
Yeah, and it's big.
Yeah.
We get a bed on one side, and then on the other side you get a table.
We had like a low table, was it?
Yeah, a low table. And a kitchen area, a fridge.
That one was tiny. I remember we could barely fit our curry in it though.
We didn't really need it.
Oh yeah, we didn't need it.
But it also came with a pocket Wi-Fi.
Which was super useful.
Yeah, we really needed that. It helped us get directions everywhere and just to be able to look things up on the go. And it also had a balcony.
And that had such a nice view of the neighborhood.
We would look out, and there was other apartments or buildings, and
lots of greenery.
Lots of
trees.
That was
pretty.
And it was a nice start to Airbnb.
Yeah, I liked that location. I loved walking to it.
I'm sad we had to move midway through.
Yeah.
Because we changed our plans at some point, and we extended our stay in Kyoto.
Oh, so that's what it was. Yeah.
And that one wasn't available anymore.
Yeah.
So we moved to another place in Kyoto.
It was better located in that it was
more centrally located.
Yeah.
It was more in the middle. And so
we ended up taking more buses instead of trains.
And that was nice.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the same scenery. It was a lot more inner city.
Yeah.
But it did mean that we were closer to restaurants closer to more convenience stores. But it was similar as well.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, you walk in and all of them are kind of the same. They have the bathroom, they have the small kitchen. This one was, I think, a bit bigger because it had 2 couches instead of one.
Yeah. But our bed, oh my gosh, it was like a rock. It was so uncomfortable.
Not comfortable. And so we didn't really know what we were going to do.
Yeah,
we were like, how are we going to sleep in here? And then we found out that
the couches actually fold out. I remember I could not even put it back together.
Yeah,
that was so hard for me.
Folded out, and it kind of made a bed. Comfortable enough to sleep
so we were able to put it side by side and use the blankets, and so that's what we slept on.
It worked for us, and it made up for it. The area was still really nice. As long as we had a decent place to sleep, it was good. It wasn't until we got to the third one. Airbnb that we started realizing that
it's not always good. Yeah. Okay, so The host, though.
Yeah, if we could rate this one on the host, it would be a 5.
5 stars. Yeah, he was so nice.
Yeah, he was very friendly. He walked us from the station to the apartment.
Airbnb.
And
he showed us how to use all of the gadgets, the washing machine.
Everything that was in there, yeah, and the water heater.
He even had like a little book, and it had recommendations on where to eat, where to go,
all the local convenience stores. So that was really nice. After he left, we started to settle down, and that's when we started realizing that
it was dirty. Like there was hair in the bed
and dirt underneath, and that's just a little bit. It's like, okay, you know, maybe he missed a bit. It wasn't until
I had dropped something in the drain in the restroom, and I went to go pick it up,
and there was a huge
monster
of hair in there.
It was so gross.
And it made us completely question how clean the rest of the apartment was.
I don't want to get in the bathtub.
For it to build up that much.
Yeah, it was big. I'm so bad. I'm so mad I didn't take a picture of it.
It was gross, and it made us think that he hadn't cleaned it for a while.
Yeah.
So that showed us that you can't always trust the reviews that you see. I'm thinking people are too scared to give bad reviews.
Yeah, because it's like you meet. Well, I don't know if
I think he walks everyone there.
Yeah.
You meet him, you see how nice he is,
he's trying,
and you're staying in his apartment. And I think
so it's like it's hard to say anything bad, or about the experience.
And so we were feeling kind of down at the point, and we were worried about our next Airbnb experience. But
it was great.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was our favorite.
The last one definitely was the best. Just getting off the station, it was very centrally located. It was right off Shinjuku Station. It was a short walk from there.
It was a little hard to figure out. I think we got the directions wrong.
We had to find a cafe nearby.
It was funny because the way you get the key is from a bike, and so they're like, it's in the bike basket. We're like, oh my gosh, which bike is it? We're in like the wrong apartment thing, looking at people's bikes.
I know. But we eventually did find it. It was cool because we got to walk by Shinjuku Gyoen every time we'd go there.
Even though we never went.
We never went, no. But there's also Coco Curry nearby.
Yeah.
Lots of other little restaurants.
There's a little convenience store like right down the street, next block away.
A small ramen shop. There was a lot of good things nearby. And the apartment itself was so great.
Yeah, it was on like the 6th floor, I think.
Yeah, it was
go up, open the door. We have the little area where you take off your shoes.
There's a little closet with everything you could need.
There was like big umbrellas and little umbrellas and like lint rollers and scissors.
Yeah, they really set us up.
Yeah.
And of course, it has a separate bathroom and toilet room. It had a bigger
closet with the washing machine inside of it. And what's great is that they actually
they supplied the
detergent, so you don't have to worry about that.
It also had a kitchen area, but this one she actually stocked up for us. There was little snacks.
Yeah, and candy, and there's drinks in the fridge.
And it was cool because a lot of the snacks I'd never tried. They were good.
So that was fun, being like, what is this?
And then we opened the door. It's always a surprise. When we get in, the door is always closed.
Yeah.
So we opened the door to the bedroom, not really knowing what to expect, really. And we open it, and it's nice. It's big.
Oh, yeah. There's the 2 beds and
an actual table, not a little table. There was an actual table with chairs.
That's nice.
A full-sized mirror, and
which is really it's so good to have one, because when we're trying to get ready, like in the previous one that we stayed in didn't have it, so it was hard to try to share the restroom and get ready at the same time.
And it had a massage chair, so
which Justin used that every day after walking.
That's really great after a day of walking and being out. Overall, it was definitely the best one we had stayed at. It was the best Airbnb experience we had. There are downsides to Airbnbs, though, mainly being that you can't always trust reviews. People are going to tend to say nice things rather than the bad things.
Yeah, because I think it'd be hard for them to say anything.
Because you're staying in someone else's home, so it's kind of hard to say
if things aren't how they should be.
Yeah. You do have to clean up after yourself.
Yeah, we would get a little messy. Our snack trash would kind of pile up on our desk.
It's kind of intimidating when you first go, because in Japan you have to really separate your trash. And you have to know the different types of recyclables.
Yeah, it was stressful at first.
Yeah, because we don't recycle much here. I mean, we have
our recycle and then our trash can.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like your PET plastic, your regular plastic.
And it's not a choice. It's you have to. And so that was a bit intimidating, but we got used to it. And it was kind of nice by the end of it. But besides that, I can't see a reason why not to stay at an Airbnb. It's kind of worth the risk of it not being so great.
And if the more people you stay with, the cheaper it is.
Gets. So and you get a much larger space. Yeah, I can't see us staying at hotels unless we were spending a lot on a bigger room.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I liked it. It was
for us,
good.
Airbnb is probably going to be what we take in the future.
What we do in the future. Hi, if you liked our video, give us a thumbs up.
Or if you'd like to see more of our videos, you can click here to see our last video. And if you want to keep updated with future videos,
subscribe below or right here.